Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. I'm Chris. This is
Chelsea.
And we're about to review Superman versus the Elite. So let's go.
Your leaders are all dead. Wait for it, kids.
All right, guys. Superman versus the Elite. Now, going into this movie, I was very skeptical at first after watching the Comic-Con like trailers and looking at interviews from the cast and just like hearing word of mouth about it and looking at it and watching it. I think it's a pretty okay movie. I don't think it's better than the DC animation movies that came before, but I think it holds its own for what it is. The plot is real simple. These superheroes, like anti-superheroes, they come invade, Superman's town and stuff, and they come to like kind of take over and do things different. And it kind of shows that Superman, maybe people don't really need him anymore because Superman, he's strong, he's loyal and stuff, and he's always there for everybody, but he does things different to where he doesn't kill the bad guys, and he makes sure everybody goes to court and answers by the law, and these people still come out and they still terrorize people. So when he sees like these new group of people who are called the Elite, they come, they beat up the bad guys, and not only do they beat them up, they end up killing them. He feels like, oh, maybe people don't really need a superhero like me. So he kind of questions his like morals and stuff, and he kind of questions whether he still has it and whether he can be the superhero that Metropolis and the world needs. So Chelsea, tell us a little bit about the Elite.
Okay, there's Black Manchester, who, I guess you say, has all these mind abilities and powers. Could break people's bones and smash them up. Cold cast, I guess he can absorb energy and create energy and use that. And Mandary.
Yeah, sorry, we don't really know how to say her name. We've been trying to look it up and stuff. So I know somebody in the comments will correct us, but everybody knows who we're talking about. But keep going.
Yeah, she's just a nasty bug lady or something.
Yeah. And I think we're missing one more.
In the hat.
In the hat. Okay. Now, out of those like four, like who were your favorite characters? Who did you like the most?
I don't know. I guess I'd say I liked the hat and Mandary, but I kind of just liked her just because I like to hate her.
Yeah.
She's one of those people who try to be all sexy and try to be seductive and everything, and it's just nasty.
Yeah, and people just look at her weird.
It's not working out.
Yeah, those snakes and stuff that she has, it's not really working out for her. Okay, me, I really like the hat, like you said. I like the hat a lot. I like the way he was. He went about things like he drank. He looked like he was lazy, but when Black Manchester calls him, he gets up, he does what he needs to do, and he gets right back to what he was doing, drinking and being lazy. So I really like this character, the way he does his like magic or his superpowers. That was real cool, and just his whole like swagger and stuff was just badass to me. So I thought he was good. Now for the plot and the story wise, like, was there anything that you liked about it? Was there anything you disliked, or did anything really stand out to make this a good movie for you, or did anything like really stand out in a bad way to make this like a terrible experience for you?
I would say I liked their general plot about it and showing sides of the anti-heroes and the differences between them and how a lot of people really can become, I guess, savage in a way and for what they see as justice. And then I think what I also liked about it was the backstory to Black Manchester that he gave with his rough growing up and his sister. But I think what I didn't like about it was the animation, and Superman just looked like he had chins coming out from the corners of his jaw.
I know, right? It was crazy. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. Like,
4 chins going across.
yeah, he had like the Jay Leno chin, and like going into this movie, I knew like as soon as I watched it, I was going to hate the animation part just watching the trailers, because you look at it and like he's Superman is like big and not like buff big. He's like fat big for some reason, and it just looks weird. And the way he's shaped and built, and the way his chin goes out like right here, and then goes like that, like a box, and it's just all weird. So I knew going into it that I was not going to like the animation. Like, it's certain parts of this movie that the animation is gorgeous, but I think where it lacks is the animation for Superman, and that's the worst part because he is the main character of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you can't get his animation right, then you basically already lost half the audience anyway. You know what I mean? So that's what really took me out of the full, oh, this was a awesome movie experience thing. Just like looking at Superman, it's like, man, he looks weird as shit for some reason. And I know like different movies and different takes on things are supposed to go like this, because this is a different take on Superman. But at the same time, you still need to make him relatable and make him more presentable for your audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just have a beautiful masterpiece and have the best part, or the part that's supposed to be the best part, the shit part, and everything else in the background is the stuff that shines. You know what I mean? And that's how I felt. I felt like everything else but Superman shined, and he was the shit part of it.
Yeah,
And
all
that
the other
sucked.
characters, all the other characters are very, I guess, pleasing to the eye. They were, I don't want to use the word pretty, but when it came to him, it's just like, it was weird. It was like, really?
Yeah, and then he had this like look thing with his eyes, and like even before like his whole like bad switch thing, the eye thing was really freaking me like in the beginning. But yeah, that's what really took it out for me, the animation of Superman and the way, the artists like portrayed him. Now, story wise, what I think it lacked in animation, it gained more with the story. Now, the story was pretty good, and it really hit a stride, and it really hit into high gear towards the end of the movie, like with the whole little twist where Superman basically, you think that Superman is turning and he's about to kill the elite because he finally snapped. Like, they finally pushed him to where he's like, okay, now I have to really kill you because you really pissed me off. And that's where I thought the movie really hit, and that's where I thought the movie really was strong and really got my attention. Now, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all of that. It was first, like when he was taking down the Mangery the first time, I was like, is that tranquilizer or is she being poisoned? Because she's like screaming on the ground. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
understand.
it was
Mm,
crazy. And yeah, like you look at it and you're like, oh man, Superman is really snapped, and we already know how strong he is. He's gonna kill these guys because like he tried to reason with them. He tried to tell them like, yo, killing your enemies is not the way to do it. They need to be tried in a court and be handled by the law. And they didn't want to hear what Superman had to say. So when they finally pushed him, you really believed, that he was going to kill these kids. Like, because when you come look at when you next to Superman, you really are a kid, no matter who you are, because he will destroy you like that. So I got nervous for him. Like, I know these are like anti-heroes, or I guess bad guys in the movie, but he's like, Superman is supposed to be like this goody two shoes kind of guy. He's not like Batman. He's not that dark. You know what I mean? He's always been that all-American type of guy.
right.
So
So at the same time, you don't want his image to be ruined.
yeah, so I was like, oh man, I think he's finna kill these kids right now. So I was afraid for them. And, that's where it really hit home for me. But the twist for it, where he had a plan all along, really showed like why he is Superman. Like, and I like the way he explained it. Say, yeah, it's easy to be angry, and it's easy for me to just like snap like that, but he chooses not to. And that's what makes him Superman. And that's what I related to the most, because growing up, I was always a Batman fan, and I really never liked Superman. But watching that and watching him say that, it gives me more respect for that character. Even though he has a shitty animation and his head is big, I still have respect for the way they present him or the
Yeah.
way they portray his morals and stuff. I thought that was very good for the writers, and I thought that was just excellent storytelling for me in general.
Yeah, I wasn't really much into Superman either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked Batman preferably over him. But I think watching this, it makes you understand to see how important he really is
Yeah.
compared to everybody else. And he kind of was the one to set that, I guess you could say.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it has its flaws. This movie has its flaws, but it has a lot of good qualities too. If I were to rate this 1 out of 10, I would probably give it a good 6.5. I give about a 6.5.
I'll give it about a 6.
About a 6? Okay. So, that's decent. That's tolerable. You know what I mean? Like 5 is like hitting it, but 6 is tolerable. I don't know how many times I will watch it. It's not like Under the Red Hood to where I can watch that over and over and over and still get more out of it, or like other DC animation movies. But it has its moments to where I can watch it like once every other blue moon and still be entertained by it. So overall, it was an okay movie. I still suggest it to any comic book fan because you will get something out of it. So thank you so much for my co-host. She will be back probably in a couple more days to do another video, my Disney video, the top 10 or top 20 Disney movies of all time. We still haven't decided if we're going to do 10 or 20. So we're still trying to work that out because this is getting very heated. That this video is going to get
It's
very
so
heated.
hard.
Yeah, it's a hard list. So we're still trying to work that one out. But she'll be back. So I really do appreciate you, Chelsea, for coming on and helping out and reviewing this with me. Did you have a good time with the movie?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
it was definitely interesting. Thanks for inviting me and letting me come here.
No problem. And for anybody who wants to know, like the other people that you've seen in my like recent videos, those are all her relatives. All right, so everybody's been asking me like, who are these like random people? Like I picked up. I didn't pick them up from the streets. I don't live in a foster home or nothing. These are like family. These are friends, and these are important people in my life, and they're doing something special for me. So I thought I should do something special for them, and they watch my show, and I want to bring them on to my little universe. So
Yeah.
I appreciate them a lot, and I really do care for all these guys, and they really do mean a lot to me. So please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. Please like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, all that stuff. As always, guys, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy. Say bye. Just say bye.
Bye.